He supplied his own motor mounts, which I still think the OEM ones are your best choice. We did a car just recently with Mugen mounts, and it just had a little bit too much vibration for me. You could feel the engine run all the time. We're supplying the lines, and then he just asked if we could do something with the calipers, because they are pretty rough looking, and the fact he's got these really nice wheels on there, everything behind there looks worse than it did. This is usually a challenge, taking off the factory rotors. People really tear up the screw that holds on the rotor. We're taking off the upper control arm, we're pressing in the offset bushings. You've seen us do this in the past. It basically adds some negative camber to the setup so you can fit a wider wheel in there. We're doing our LHT trio on this, makes it look a little nicer. So the calipers we're refinishing in silver. The best way to do this is to strip the caliper down and paint them individually. Don't paint the whole thing, the pads, the hardware, everything. It doesn't look as good. So control arm is on. Master cylinder is leaking pretty bad. You've seen us do this so many times. The choice is the factory OEM one. I've still yet to see one that works as good as that. Didn't have a factory oil filter on it. We always use that, and we use our tool not only to remove it, to torque on the new filter. S2000s are known for filters backing off, believe it or not. Transom diff fluid, and then the new master cylinder is flushed, bled, and filled. Now that can be checked off our list. Clutch is going to feel so much better. Filter actually looked pretty good shape. It's not a factory one, but it was nice, so we didn't mess around with that. So it's nice to put eyes on it. Wheels go back on, and you can see how much better those brakes look. I mean, it's a good looking car with nice wheels. The brakes really let it down. So this is something that we offer. We have it in a few colors. This is the document bag that fits on the S2000. We have it with a silver logo, white, blue, red, and yellow. So this is something that I never knew existed until we got one as a sample. Now we have them made for us, and we sell them in the store. It's something that the dealerships used to offer back in the day, only for a limited time. Most people haven't seen one, but if you wanted to know what those two hooks do behind the seat, it's to hold that document bag. Right now, you hit the brake lights, your brake lights come on. It's supposed to get the attention of the person behind you. Unfortunately, not everyone's paying attention. This is what we call our brake light flasher. It hooks to your third brake light, and it's helped to grab the attention of the person behind you. You hit the brakes, you get fast flashes followed by slow flashes, then the brake lights stay on. It does help grab the attention. It could save you being rear-ended, could save you a bumper, trunk, taillights. It's one of those things I have on all of my cars. I think it's worth every single penny to avoid a rear end accident. So this right here is the disc and the pressure plate for an S2000. This is factory OEM. We like to use a factory OEM clutch wherever possible. It's the clutch that has the least compromise. Still has a compromise because it's limited on how much power it can hold. This clutch next to us here, you see it's quite a bit larger. It's a different style pressure plate. This is a push style, like a B and a K, where this is a pull style. But look at the difference in the size of the disc. It's not just a larger diameter by probably an inch. We'll get some measurements in a minute, but the actual thickness of the friction pad right here, this is like a brake pad. This is actually how much is connecting to the pressure plate and flywheel. This is the Civic Type R clutch, 2017 and on. We're doing this in an upcoming video. We'll show you later on, but we're going to use this for a 1.5 Civic S model. Also fits the SI. You use the RV6 retro flywheel right here. This bolts to the engine. Then it allows you to run this factory clutch which will hold 400 foot-pounds of torque without any problem. Just figured I would share that with you. It's interesting to see how much larger this clutch is, and the fact there's no compromise. It's still nice light pedal pressure. It isn't like driving a 5,000 horsepower dragster. It's nice to drive. Your girlfriend can drive it. She's not going to hate it. It's something that you can get out of the driveway without stalling 14 times while you're trying to get to work. In the past video, we showed about making a fixture for these letters right here. And it's just because so many times we see these things crooked. The spacing is wrong, the S is wrong, the distance over here, the distance from the body line is wrong. So we are working on some templates that will make it trouble-free. I'll show you a quick glimpse of what they look like so far. We want to make sure it's right. We don't build the first one and go, there you go, boom, done, buy it. We like to make sure it's right. So this is a few variations that we're playing with right now. The idea is this is going to take the location from your side light, and that is going to be where the letters are placed. We're trying to make it so if you buy used decals or new, they will fit in here. So you're going to take them off basically the little foam holder, and then the letters will fit in here. So these are all basically just playing with designs. But let's say if we take this one, for instance, we've tested it on 3 different cars to make sure that it fits without a car that we know has no paintwork. But it's basically going to clip over there nice and tight. It's going to locate this, and then the letters are all going to drop in. So we have some brand new letters. We're actually scanning all of this and checking and double checking to make sure everything is nice and tight. We also have a brand new light, so we can scan it, get the fitment right, get the letters right, sell you a pair of these that's trouble-free. We're going to try and keep the cost down. I don't want to try and, you know, get rich on these things. We want to make it so we don't see any more S2000 with crooked letters. I am going to do a full review on this truck. I've put over 10,000 miles on it since doing the engine and transmission change. This is a 2020 Colorado with a V8 engine and transmission. Everything else was changed too. Suspension, some custom parts. We did a custom titanium exhaust, custom titanium rail bar, because I wanted the look, but I didn't want 150 pounds hanging off the front of the truck or the top of the truck. So a quick follow-up, Sebastian has continued his RC racing. He's doing well.
Turn 2, guys. 55 seconds left to go, drivers. 55 seconds left to go. Race 2, heat 2 novice coming up next.
He enjoys it. He's pretty consistent. He's getting quite fast, being in the stock motor and suspension class. It just seems like there's a few reckless people out there that don't really drive that well and just take everybody out. So he came second here, but he'd have probably come first if he didn't get knocked out by one of those road cars that you'll see if you watch this clip. You'll see which car that is. But he's enjoying it. He's learning from it. It's an after-school activity that he's sticking with, so it's definitely worth it. We'll continue doing it. If you're up in that area, come by, say hi if you know where it is.
10 seconds. Watch the back, guys. Watch the back. Watch the back. Everybody keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And everybody's done, guys. Everybody is done. Slow them down, slow them down. Adam takes it, 35,401. Sebastian, 35,403.
In the next video, we're going to show you this car. We did a whole bunch of work to this. It has a lot of Mugen parts. That is a Mugen hardtop and Mugen steering wheel. A lot of high-end parts on this, including some Mugen MF10s. They are the real deal. He bought them brand new. So I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison between these and the Mita MS10 to see if that's something you're interested in, because these are impossible to get. So look out for that video, side-by-side comparison, and a little bit more on this car.